Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in to the studio at Two Girls Treasure. Let me turn the lights on. It makes a nice warm glow on such a cool spring morning. We had to step back into a little snuggly jacket today. I'm Diane Pruitt. We're in the studio at Two Girls Treasure. We're located in Florence, South Carolina, at the front of the PD State Farmers Market, right off Highway 52. We are just a half mile off I-95, so if you're in the area, please stop in. We have chairs here in the studio. You're welcome to join us anytime. We have been working with our Pentart Fabric Medium, not a brand new product, but a brand new product to us here in the studio. If you were with me on Tuesday on the Pentart Live, we had some technical difficulties. I thought we had overcome them, but clearly we had not. So we're here on our own channel to bring you the conclusion of our market bag, our decoupaged market bag. This is actually a piece of decoupage paper, and I still have my parchment paper in here, but I want to show you something. It doesn't break. It doesn't break my bag. It doesn't break my paper. You can roll it, crush it, use it. It is still a beautiful finished piece. But I feel like it's incomplete. There are some things I wanted to add to the look. And then I have another bag and I have a bee and a sunflower. I'm so excited to do the second bag. So let's get to it this morning. We have no time to waste. I have the Pentart, the Decoupage Queen Butterflies stencil, and I also have some paint from Rethunk Junk Paint by Laura. That's not the right color. This is the right color. I have some plum. I have some rosewood, and I have our flamingo. I knew it was a bird. I was going to say peacock, but that was totally not right. Welcome in. Good morning. I'm good. How are you? Thank you so much for stopping in. Let's get to it. I'm going to grab a couple of spoons, and I have my little mixing containers right here. So the Pentart Fabric Medium is a really amazing product. This is all of the things that you want to work with fabric in a nice thick medium that you can mix with paint. And when you do, the result on fabric is that your paint does not make your fabric crunchy. It makes your decoupage papers nice and supple and movable. And that's definitely something that we're looking for, because at the end of the day, we want to paint on our jeans and our jean jackets, and we want to do things that are not going to damage rather than enhance the projects that we're working on. So this morning, let me see if I can move right past that. I'm going to put the parchment paper back inside the bag so that we do not bleed through with our colors and our medium. It worked just fine when we did this. And I have some loose spots right here that I need to tuck back in. So I'm going to put some medium on there and on the edges. Ooh, and we've got company. That's awesome. Let's see who's coming. Good morning. Yep, we've got a guest in the store first thing. It's Thursday. It's a busy day, y'all. I'm going to tuck these edges, just tip some under the edge of the paper and lay that back down. Now what I want to do is take my colors, and with another spoon I want to take a little bit of my color and I want to mix it in with my fabric medium. Now I don't need a whole lot of this color, so I'm going to put it in a separate spot. And I'll close that up, and I'm going to get my flamingo open. Give it a good little shake up and pull some out. I'm not terribly worried about mixing these. I'm almost out of this quart, so if I get a little bit of the plum in there with it or the rosewood, it's not going to hurt a thing. And I'll set that to the side. We'll close this up and move it out. And I may want to get another color or two. You know how I like color and a lot of it. Now I am going to grab wrong brushes. I need my Decoupage Queen stencil brushes, and they're right here. This is a fabulous kit of brushes. I'm going to get one of the smaller brushes and clip this open, because they don't tear open, which is good, which is just fine. So we'll set that out to the side, and I'm just simply going to offset the butterfly on the edge of the bag. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of the fabric medium, about an equal portion of my color. We're going to mix it up. This sort of changes the dynamic of the paint, because if you've done any fabric projects with me before, you know that we use our fabric softener mixed with water. Before we paint the surface, we actually spray it with the fabric softener, which is fine, except then we have to have two different products to do one job. With this product, we only have to have one product to do the job, and I kind of like that. It makes things a little bit simpler. And we're going to do a blended finish here, so I'm just going to put our flamingo on in some spots. We'll let that settle for just a second, and we will mix up our fabric medium with our rosewood. Just about equal parts is what we're looking for here. Mix it well. If you follow us on Facebook, make sure you do. Good morning. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here with me this morning. I truly appreciate it. But if you follow us on Facebook, and I hope you do, if you don't, when we're done here this morning, hop over to our Facebook page. Follow me there. We have some exciting new adventures coming that we'd love to share with you. So make sure you're on our Facebook page so you get all the digs when it's time. Oh, this rosewood blends so well with our flamingo. I like this. This is going to look really nice. When you're stenciling, tamp the brush off a little bit. You don't want it oversaturated with your color. You want just a little bit in there so that you can, it's better to do several cover coats than to try to do it really thick. If you try to do it really thick, Your paint's going to smear underneath the stencil, and you're not going to have a clean, beautiful image. Take the time. This is a patience game, and just be patient. Add more color back where you want it. Use one color then the other. Go back and forth. And there we go. Just an offset butterfly at the edge of our flowers. And then let's let that dry for a minute. We can come over on the back side and we can finish the butterfly on the back side. I want to put one more over here. We'll use a different butterfly. I want to wipe this off so I don't get the paint on the bag. So I use alcohol wipes. There is a product for cleaning your stencils and your hands. And I just want to wipe this off real quick so I don't get any of this color on the bag in a place where I didn't intend for it to be. So I'm going to clean the front side gently when you have very fine details. I'm going to wipe the table, and then I'm going to clean the back side. The alcohol wipes for me are the thing because we carry a lot of these. We have them in the craft section, so if you need them, they're there. I recommend them. That was quick and easy. All right, so let's keep going here. And I'm going to clean off my little area where I'm tamping off my stencil brush. We'll close these up and move them. And we'll go one more time right here on this side with the smaller butterfly wing. And this time we'll offset with a little bit more of the butterfly in the image. I'm going to come up just a little bit higher, or I could come down into the flowers. I think I'll come up a little bit higher. We'll come right here. This edge is where the handles are. Makes it a little tough to do your stenciling smoothly. Just take your time. Just take your time. This time I'm going to start with the rosewood. And we'll just stencil down all those edges. There we go. If you ever come in the morning and I'm in the studio, please come in the studio. You are welcome. Seriously, we have chairs. That's what they're there for, so we can have guests. Now I'm going to tamp a little bit of that flamingo off, and we're going to add the flamingo in here. And then we'll lift our stencil, and we've got a beautiful butterfly. I've got a little bit of paint right there. Oops. It's okay. This is my market bag. I'll use it at the market. I can clean that off. I think I can clean that off with an alcohol wipe if I can get to it quickly enough. Alcohol is kryptonite for most of my creative products. So a lot of times I can just clean it off with an alcohol wipe. And if it doesn't go away, it's okay. It matches my butterfly. There we go. And again, I'm going to just gently wipe my stencil clean. I don't want the paint to dry on there. I really love my stencils, so I try to take good care of them. And I think the good care starts with cleaning them right after you use them. Because if you get a buildup of paint on your stencil, then you are not going to get a good clean image later down the road when you keep these and use them repeatedly. All right, done and done. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful our bag is. And we can come back over on this side and we can finish this butterfly. And then we can move on to the next one. All right, this was our butterfly, and we offset there, so we will go right here. And our butterfly will finish on this side. So a little bit more of the flamingo. And this is such a beautiful bright pink. But I love that the combination with the rosewood toned it into such a beautiful, rich pink. It was very unexpected. But you never know what you're going to get until you do it, right? So your key takeaway is just do it. Just do the things. If it turns out, great. If it doesn't turn out, no big deal. Do it different. You'll learn, and then you can share. And isn't that what it should be about? Boom. I love a butterfly. All right, and we will clean again. And then we're going to let this one sit up. Are we going to do more to it? Maybe. Maybe. But between here and there, we're going to let it dry. So we'll hang it right here on our blanket ladder to dry. That looks so, so good. I am going to take my parchment paper out because we're going to use this again. I do have a sheet of acetate, but you know what? This is too big. This is too big for the project we're working on, so that's not going to work here. What we're going to do is take our market bag and we'll put our parchment paper in the bag. I'm going to fold the bottom over with a crease so that the bottom of our bag acts like the bottom of our bag. Now, let's cut this. And I tell you what, let's put the Sharpies away. What I really, really want I will damp that with my paintbrush, and we're going to pull this apart. Rice paper is very fine. It has delicate fibers, and when you damp it and pull it apart, you get this nice fluffy edge. I love the fibrous edge. So now what we'll do is go along the edges. I like to fold them first, damp them with my brush, and pull them apart. That way I have that fibrous edge to work with. I lose a little bit of the imaging, but I don't lose so much that I can't work forward. If you don't have enough water on there, put a little bit more water so it tears the way you intend. I'm going to come down here to the bottom edge and fold that over. And we'll damp that edge. And then we'll pull that bottom edge apart. My goal is to get most of this white removed. I don't want the white sections on there. So I want to pull all that white space off. There we go. And then we'll come to this side. There we go. And we'll damp that real good. And then we'll pull that. This has such vibrant colors in it. I absolutely adore it. And there we go. Now we have a beautiful image to lay in, and I think I want to offset it on this bag. Doesn't always have to be straight in the middle, does it? I don't think so. So let's get our fabric medium and let's get our brush. I'm going to mark the corners so I know how much I need to put on and where it needs to go. We're going to put a generous coat on because we know it's going to soak into the fibers. And we want it to because that's what keeps the fibers and the paper supple, keeps it from breaking, keeps the paint from cracking. And I'm here for all of those things. This was such a great experiment with this product. All right, we have enough, and we're going to spritz our paper so it's a little bit damp and pliable. That helps it stick. It also helps it to lay down smooth with very few air bubbles or wrinkles. And lay that in and grab my brayer. And let's roll that out. Nice and smooth. And let's go ahead while it is damp and let's apply another coat to the top of the surface. And that will seal our work. And that'll help protect it. I would say you could absolutely throw this in the washing machine, but I would probably recommend that you turn it inside out and you practice first, test it. It's all an experiment, and if you don't test it first, you may make a mistake. Test your work. Test your work to be sure. Now I'm going to reintroduce our sunset with our colors on here that we're going to stencil. I'm going to put this in the water. I have our stencil brush out. I'm going to clean our little tamping area right here, and then we'll have a clean surface to start with. I'm okay if these colors mix because we're actually going to use them together. So I'm going to add, it takes so little paint, y'all, so little paint. It's such a great way to create, and it takes so little. And I usually do giant projects, but I do enjoy doing some smaller, more detailed work sometimes. It is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. So we're going to get out our other Decoupage Queen stencil set. This one is a diamond, or I call it a harlequin pattern, and you have several sizes. You have the dots to go along with in between. If you'll look, you can see all the different sizes of harlequin pattern that you have on here. And we're going to do a combination of finishes here. So stay with me. Let me mix a little bit of our fabric medium with our sunset. It's going to end up with just a touch of pink in it, and I think that's okay. Just going to mix it up. So now we have flamingo, rosewood, and sunset, which I think are going to go very nicely with the colors in this piece of decoupage paper. And we're not going to disturb the decoupage paper by going over it. So let's start. Let's start with our rich rosewood. And we don't have to have full, I'm not really going for absolute coverage. I just want some. And now let's go ahead and add in our sunset. And now let's add in our flamingo. And just fill in some of the blank spaces. And let some of the rest of the spaces just live in partial harmony. Let's look. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now we can come to the side of that. I'll use this as my guide. There we go. We can carry that harlequin all the way over. Let's continue to layer our colors randomly. And as you go, you can shift your colors and create an ombre effect. And now we'll lighten it all up with our flamingo going toward the edge. And there we go. I do love it. I love the ombre effect all the way over. We can come back in and we can add some more if we want to, but you know what? You can do these any way you like. You can do these any way you like. I do love the Harlequin with this. And we may come back in and do something a little bit different. I love that we can add to our projects anytime we want. If you want to do more, do more. Once you do it, you really can't do less. You can always come back and add to it. You can change it. You can change your colors. You can add more colors. But now we have a really super cute sunflower bag to carry to the market. And we're going to offset the bee on this side and use a little bit different color combination. We'll get to that. It's just about time for me to go. I truly appreciate you being here with me this morning. I'm Diane Pruitt. We're in the studio at Two Girls Treasure right here in Florence, South Carolina. Like and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube. Thank you so much. Hop over to Facebook when we're done and like and subscribe to our Facebook, Instagram, and keep your eye on Pinterest too. We offer our tutorials in person, by appointment, and monthly. So check our studio tab on our website. If there's something you're interested in playing with or learning about, please let me know. I'll be happy to work with you and help you. I hope you have a beautiful day. Stay blessed, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. I'll see you right back here next week where we have a ugly to unbelievable project we're going to take on. Yes, the week of the flower show. So next week's schedule is going to be a little tight, but it's okay. We'll work things out. Bye now.